Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to talk about a really important topic. Not a lot of people talk about it, but it's really going to help you out. So I'm going to go over a few reasons, probably 5 reasons why perhaps you're failing at business, or if not you, somebody you know. I'm just going to get straight into this. Reason number 1 why people fail at business, particularly FBA we're talking about here, is you've picked the wrong product. So a lot of people go into Amazon thinking, they have a product in mind. They don't do product research. They don't buy Jungle Scout or Viral Launch. They have an item in mind. They say, oh, it would be cool to sell this item, so they just bulk buy that item from China. They go on Alibaba. They find the cheapest supply they can get, and they buy that item, ship it into Amazon, and they don't make any money. The worst thing you can do is buy an item based on your own intuition. You can, when I first got into business, I had the choice between, I had a variation, I had two variations. I predicted that one variation would be vastly more popular than the other. Fortunately, I'm sort of level-headed enough I go on even quantity of both. But I really thought this one variation would, really quickly outsell the other one. And it was a complete opposite. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from an illness. It's been like 3 weeks now. It's been horrendous. But yeah, anyway. So I had 2 variations. I thought one was going to be really popular. It turned out the other one was way more popular. I was selling literally 3 times more of this other version than I was of the one that I thought was going to be popular. The point is, do your research, because so many people go into Amazon with this idea, oh, it'd be cool to sell TV remotes and, or something that they're passionate about. But you can only sell something if you've done the market research and you see that there's an opportunity to. So I sell like random stuff because the research is behind it. It doesn't matter what you sell. You kind of have to swallow your pride a little bit and don't be embarrassed by what you sell. I always remember Greg Mercer. He said, like, I think it was $1 million case study he done, CEO of Jungle Scout, 1 or 2 years ago. Said the weirder the item is, the more likely he wants to sell it, the more inclined he is to sell it. So bear that in mind. It might not be relevant nowadays, but bear that in mind. So reason number 1 is picking a product based on your want rather than the research behind it. Reason number 2, and this is a really big reason, is that your cash flow is terrible, or you're poor at handling your money. So you either don't have good cash flow, and that's due to various reasons that we'll also go into, or that you have the money, but you're bad at managing the money. And this is normally because if you're not managing your money properly, it's because you're either relying on your business to sustain your personal life, or you haven't separated your business and personal revenue yet. So that's one of the biggest things that you need to do before you go into business, or when you just get into business, is to separate your personal expenditure from your business expenditure. The easiest way to do that is to open up a business bank account. So all of your income from Amazon will go straight into that business account, and your personal income, maybe you still work your 9 to 5, that will go into your regular bank account. Don't ever mix those two together, because it will become jumbled up, and especially for tax returns, and it just overcomplicates things, and you're more likely to spend business money if it's in your personal account. So keep your business in your business account, keep your personal in your personal account, and that should help alleviate some of the issues with poor cash flow. There are other things when it comes to cash flow, such as the money just isn't there. You don't have cash flow. So this can be due to, again, a lack of research. A lot of the time, people do research, and they do a lot of research, but they always neglect PPC. And PPC is such a killer. Like, I at one point, I was spending more on PPC than I was on rent. And that's a lot of money. And for you to not account that in your business, if you're spending like £1,000 or $1,000 a month in PPC, that's going to really eat into your margins, especially if you have low margins, if you're selling at a low item price. So point number 2 is poor cash flow or cash flow management. That sort of led into point 3, which was inadequate research, and that's going back to the PPC, not accounting for PPC in your budget. So I'll sort of combine that as point 2 and 3. Point 4 is giving up too early. Being an entrepreneur and starting a new business is hard, and there will be a plethora of hurdles that you're going to need to jump over. most people, the problem is most people don't want to jump over those hurdles. They want to sidestep it and then keep going. But that's not always, that's not the reason why you're an entrepreneur is because you're a problem solver. You've seen a problem, you've seen a pain, and you're resolving that pain. So when a hurdle comes, don't sidestep it, because eventually you will trip up on that later. That hurdle will come back again. A hurdle was there to be jumped over. So just remember that. Don't give up too early, because there are so many times in my business when I could have given up and I could have thrown in the towel, but I chose not to. And I'm grateful that I didn't, because business is going really well. But it wasn't always going really well. When I first started, I was in a deficit for my first 2 or 3 months. Much like, perhaps you guys are. But, stick with it, because you have to be willing to endure that struggle to see the fruition come to light on the other side of things. Point number 5 is not scaling your business. So you might have been in business for a year and you're in profit, but if you're at the same place now than you were in your first month of business, then I don't think you can really call yourself a successful business. And what I mean by that is, let's say on your first order you ordered 1,000 units, and you sold out, and then throughout the year you've steadily been buying back 1,000 units. That means, based on your year 1 projection, your year 2 projection, your year 3, year 4, year 5 projection is going to be exactly the same. Other than, the fact that maybe you have a brand that's more recognized in the years to come, you're not scaling your business. So what you need to be doing is, if you order 1,000 units for your first order, next order 1,250 or 1,500. Next order 1,500. Next order, invest in a different item, but keep the 1,500, We have to scale business, otherwise you're not growing. If you're not growing, then you're never going to reach a new height. You're never going to be anything other than what your business is now. And that's a lot of work for very little return. If you think 10 years down the line from now, you think your business, if you were in a job and you're working 10 years in a row, you would expect a pay rise, either accumulative hours are giving you a pay rise, or you're in a new position in the company. It's the same with your business. You need to think of it. You need to develop your business and scale your business. Another great example of scaling your business with FBA is to expand into different countries. So maybe you're in the USA, maybe you enter Europe. Set yourself goals. That's another big thing. Goal setting. A lot of people don't set goals, but the reality is that goal setting is extremely important. Invest in more products, invest in higher quantity, and expand. Move out of the country that you're selling in, but only do so if there's a market, if there's an opportunity to. So quick video. I just wanted to let you guys know. A few reasons why perhaps you're failing, or why the masses tend to fail, because the majority of people do fail, and it's unfortunate, but it's avoidable. You just need to be sensible about how you run your business. So there's that quick video about failure and success. Obviously, on the other side of this is just doing the complete opposite of everything we've just said, and that should see you through. So adequate research, expanding your business, managing your money properly. And don't give up. That's never give up. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for watching the video. I've been super busy lately, which is why I said I'd be uploading on a daily basis, and I just didn't. Flat out didn't. I've been really ill, and then we had family come up and stay with us, and then we had more family come up and stay with us. When I say I've been super busy, I mean I've been super busy. So I recently was invited to my university to give a business presentation. So that's my little name badge. It was there you go, Midlands Enterprise. They had an event on called the Midlands Enterprise, and it was different local businesses that came and presented their idea. I was one of the keynote speakers. They gave me this cool book, Startup London. It's just inspirational stories and quotes from other businesses that have started up, other entrepreneurs, and it came with that little tips and advice book. So inside there's like little tips from Deborah Meaden, I think that's her name, from Dragon's Den, and other really successful entrepreneurs. And then I got that little message there. So I'll let you read that if you want to pause it there. But it just says it was presented to me for being a part in the Midlands Entrepreneur Showcase. So I'm not slacking. I've been super busy. I've been working at my business. I've been working with the uni, doing business related things with the uni, and that's another thing as well. If I can just go back to scaling your business, since I've been working with the uni and doing sort of business stuff with the uni, I've actually found out that there's funding available through the uni, and there's potential investors at the uni, and they're looking at getting involved with my business. So that's another thing. If you're a graduate, go to your university and say, because your universities love success stories. If you go back to your university and say, I've got a 6 or 7 figure business now, and I only graduated last year. I'd love for you guys to get on board. They'll eat that up, man. They'll love that. So try that. I tried it and it worked really well for me. I've got 2 or 3 investors looking at getting into my business now. Here's the best thing, all with 0% equity. So they're just like literally giving me money, just because they want to see me succeed, because I'm a graduate from the institution that they work with. So that's it. Quick video. Just so that you know, I'm not slacking. I have been super busy. I actually have a presentation tomorrow as well at the university, which is 30 minutes long. It's a 10-minute presentation and it's a 20-minute Q&A. I'm super nervous about it, but I think it's going to go well. I need to do a lot of research today, so I'm going to be super busy today. But I'll leave it at there. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, welcome to the family. Like, share, subscribe to the video. Comment below on a video that you want to watch or you want to hear. So, saves me making random videos and just hoping that I'm hitting these pain points. Let me know what your pain is and I'll make a video about it. I'll discuss it. I'll tell you what my methods are. But yeah, other than that, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Join the Facebook group, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.